Hello, passionate Celtic FC fans. This is Celtic Central News, your exclusive source for Celtic updates. Before we kick off, we appreciate the incredible support. If you love Celtic, subscribe now, hit like, and let's build this community together. Now, onto the latest news. A warm welcome to new subscribers. Your support is crucial. Hail, hail. It's the kind of story that spreads through the terraces, whispered in pubs, shared in hushed tones on forums, and dissected on late-night radio call-ins. The sort of football rumor that fans don't quite believe at first, but can't stop talking about once it's out there. Word has it that Angus Gunn, the Scotland #1 and Nottingham Forest shot-stopper, has drawn a line in the sand when it comes to Celtic, one of the most decorated clubs in the country. The claim is that Gunn has made it crystal clear to his inner circle that he would not pull on the famous green and white hoops as long as Callum McGREGOR remains captain. A statement that, if true, is nothing short of explosive, because McGregor isn't just the Celtic skipper, he's the heartbeat of the side, the player who embodies the club's modern era, carrying the armband with the same dignity and composure as Scott Brown before him. For a player like Gunn, who has worked his way back into prominence after ups and downs in England, to have such a strong stance against a national teammate is nothing less than headline material. The whispers began, as these things often do, with a cryptic comment dropped during a training camp, followed by a few social media murmurs, and then fueled further by journalists eager for a story that would stir debate. Those close to Gunn insist he has the utmost respect for Celtic as an institution, and for its passionate fanbase that spans across Scotland and far beyond. But the sticking point is McGregor himself. The details are hazy. There's talk of personality clashes during Scotland duty, subtle digs made behind closed doors, and differences in leadership style that rubbed Gunn the wrong way. McGregor, known for his quiet but firm authority, has his loyalists both in the Celtic dressing room and the national team, yet Gunn is said to believe that his style suffocates individuality, demanding conformity in a way that doesn't sit well with the keeper. It's not about wages, not about trophies, not even about playing time. It's personal, rooted in character and philosophy, and that makes the situation so much juicier for the fans and pundits who thrive on football's human drama. To understand why this is such a big deal, you need to trace Gunn's career path, because this is not a player who's drifted along unnoticed. Born in Norwich, raised around the game thanks to his father Brian Gunn, himself a legendary goalkeeper for Norwich City, Angus was always destined to wear the gloves. Manchester City spotted the potential early and snapped him up in 2011, giving him the kind of elite academy education that shapes top professionals. His loan back to Norwich in 2017-18 was a coming-of-age campaign, proving he could handle the pressure of championship football. Then came the £13.5 million move to Southampton, where flashes of brilliance mixed with hard lessons as he tried to stake his claim in the Premier League. The loan to Stoke City, the return to Norwich, the ups and downs. These were all chapters of a keeper learning the brutal realities of modern football. Through it all, Gunn built a reputation as resilient, professional, and quietly ambitious. So when a player with his story draws a line at Celtic because of McGregor, it's not dismissed lightly. It's a sign of something deeper. Now, let's not pretend Celtic haven't been here before. The club has seen its fair share of players refuse moves for reasons ranging from money disputes to family ties. But rarely, if ever, has the issue revolved so squarely around one man, the captain. Callum McGregor isn't just the leader of Celtic. He's arguably the face of Scottish football at club level, a midfield general who has carried the team through domestic dominance and European battles. His bond with the fans is unshakable, his consistency admired even by rivals. So the idea that someone would flat-out refuse to join Celtic while McGregor wears the armband is seen almost as blasphemy in some circles. Yet that's exactly why the rumor has taken off. Fans are split between those who think Gunn's alleged stance is disrespectful and those who are curious about what really lies beneath the surface. Has McGregor rubbed more players the wrong way than we know? Is there a leadership clash brewing beneath the carefully polished surface of Scotland's golden generation? Adding fuel to the fire is the timing. Gunn only declared for Scotland in March 2023, switching allegiance after representing England at under-21 level. His senior debut was a proud moment, and by Euro 2024 he was firmly established as Scotland's #1. To have a player of his caliber, one who chose Scotland at a crucial time, now apparently drawing battle lines with one of the nation's most respected captains, sends shockwaves through the Tartan Army faithful. Because for all the unity and togetherness that Steve Clarke has built in the national team setup, the last thing anyone wants is division, especially among leaders in key positions. A goalkeeper and a captain are supposed to have synergy, trust, and communication. If Gunn and McGregor are at odds, then it doesn't just affect Celtic, it bleeds into the national team picture, raising questions about harmony in the dressing room, about potential cliques forming, and about whether Scotland can truly maintain the collective spirit that got them to the Euros. Of course, some dismiss the whole thing as mischief-making, a tabloid-fueled story designed to stir the pot and generate clicks. They argue that Gunn, level-headed and professional as he is, would never publicly take such a stand, that any differences with McGregor would be kept strictly in-house. They point to Gunn's reserved character, his careful avoidance of unnecessary headlines, and they say this isn't his style. But others insist the whispers have weight, that behind the calm exterior lies a player with strong opinions who isn't afraid to draw boundaries when it comes to his career and his principles. Football history is littered with examples of seemingly quiet players who, behind closed doors, wielded sharp tongues and firm convictions. And maybe Gunn is one of them. After all, standing up to a figure as respected as McGregor would take guts. And in a way, it adds another layer to Gunn's growing reputation as not just a talented keeper, but a man unwilling to compromise on what he believes. The potential fallout for Celtic is fascinating to imagine. Goalkeepers of Gunn's caliber don't come along often, and the idea of having Scotland's number one between the sticks at Parkhead would be a dream scenario for many fans. But if this rift is real, it slams that door shut as long as McGregor holds the armband. Does Celtic then face an impossible choice? Unlikely, because McGregor's position is near untouchable given his service and importance. Yet it sparks debate about succession planning, about how long McGregor will remain captain, and about whether future transfers could be influenced by his leadership. If even one top-class player is deterred by the captain's presence, you have to wonder how many others might feel the same but keep it quiet. Football is full of egos, personalities, and politics, and leadership, while celebrated, can sometimes become a stumbling block. The whispers about Gunn may be just the tip of an iceberg we've yet to fully see. Meanwhile, the fans are doing what fans do best, debating endlessly. Some Celtic supporters dismiss Gunn as overrated, pointing to his inconsistent spells at Southampton and Norwich as evidence that he's not worth the fuss anyway. Others bite back, reminding everyone that he's Scotland's number one now, that he's grown into a reliable presence, and that any club in the Premiership would be lucky to have him. On the Scotland side, the Tartan Army is torn. Some back their captain without hesitation, while others quietly admit they'd side with Gunn if McGregor's leadership style really is as rigid as described. Social media has become a battleground of memes, arguments, and conspiracy theories, with every old clip of a training session or press conference being dissected for clues. Did McGregor's handshake linger too long? Did Gunn's smile look forced? It's the kind of circus that football thrives on, and once the rumor mill starts spinning, it rarely stops. Ultimately, whether there's truth in the claim or not, the story has already done its work. It has ignited discussions about power dynamics in football, about how much sway a captain truly has, and about the hidden tensions that can exist even among teammates who appear united on the pitch. Gunn's journey, from Norwich to Manchester City, Southampton, Stoke, and back to Norwich before settling at Forest, shows a man who has had to fight for every step in his career. His decision to declare for Scotland was hailed as a patriotic choice, a signal of commitment to his roots. If he's now drawing a line against McGregor's leadership, it only underlines his determination to play the game on his own terms. Whether this rumor fizzles out or gathers momentum, one thing is certain. Fans will keep talking, because football isn't just about goals and saves. It's about the stories, the conflicts, the rivalries, and the personalities that make it the beautiful game. And so the tale of Angus Gunn and Callum McGregor hangs in the air, unresolved, tantalizing, and impossible to ignore. The idea of Scotland's number one refusing to join Celtic under the current captain creates an irresistible narrative, a clash not just of individuals, but of philosophies, of leadership versus independence, of tradition versus self-expression. Celtic will march on. McGregor will continue to lead with his calm authority. Gunn will keep guarding the net for Forest and for Scotland, and yet this whisper will linger. It will surface every transfer window, every time Celtic is linked with a goalkeeper, every time Gunn lines up behind McGregor in dark blue. It may be pure gossip, it may be exaggerated beyond recognition, or it may hold a kernel of truth that only the players themselves know. But as long as football fans crave drama, as long as the game is played not just on the pitch, but in the imagination of supporters, this story will remain alive. The keeper who won't play under the captain. It's the kind of headline that sells papers, fills podcasts, and keeps YouTubers talking long into the night. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. The tension between Gunn and McGregor, whether grounded in reality or not, has sparked speculation across the footballing community about unseen dynamics in both club and national setups. Pundits on radio shows and YouTube streams are already dissecting every nuance, suggesting that if Gunn truly refuses Celtic under McGregor, it could set a precedent for other players who value personal principles over traditional pathways. The debate goes beyond the usual transfer chatter. It touches on respect, hierarchy, and identity within the Scottish game. After all, Celtic has been a nurturing ground for talent for decades, and the captaincy is more than a ceremonial role. It is a symbol of culture, expectation, and authority. If a player of Gunn's standing openly challenges that, it forces a reevaluation of what leadership truly means, both on and off the pitch. Conversations have extended to social media forums, WhatsApp groups, and pub tables, with supporters theorizing about locker room chemistry, coach interventions, and even hypothetical scenarios where Gunn might reconsider if McGregor ever steps aside. The rumor has a life of its own, evolving with every retweet, comment, and casual conversation among fans who love nothing more than a story that teeters between truth and fiction. Meanwhile, whispers about Gunn's mindset suggest he is pragmatic yet unyielding, a goalkeeper who sees the game in precise angles and values his autonomy as much as his talent. Those close to the situation hint that his hesitation isn't born from disrespect or ego, but from a deep-seated philosophy about teamwork and individuality. In this telling, Gunn respects McGregor but feels constrained by his leadership style, worrying that his own approach to communication, decision-making, and assertiveness might clash irreparably with the captain's framework. Some insiders have even floated the idea that Gunn views this as a test of his own character, a chance to assert that he will chart his career path on terms he finds authentic rather than bending to tradition or expectation. It's a storyline rife with tension. Two Scottish internationals, both accomplished, both loyal to the national cause, yet allegedly at odds in ways that could ripple far beyond a single club. Fans have latched onto this narrative, spinning theories about the personal, professional, and philosophical layers underlying the apparent standoff. On the Celtic side, the coaching staff and club hierarchy are reportedly taking note, quietly monitoring the situation without making public statements. The strategy seems to be one of discretion. Allow rumors to swirl without confirmation, maintaining the appearance of harmony while evaluating whether Gunn's potential interest in a move could materialize under different circumstances. Analysts suggest this is a familiar tactic in football, a silent negotiation of optics, where the club must balance player recruitment ambitions with the delicate politics of dressing room dynamics. It raises intriguing questions about influence, power, and negotiation behind the scenes, where decisions are rarely just about talent or form. Celtic fans have become amateur detectives, dissecting interviews, training reports, and even social media likes for any hint of movement or concession. In this environment, the line between reality and speculation blurs, feeding a cycle of commentary, analysis, and obsession that ensures the story never truly dies. Gunn and McGregor, intentionally or not, have become central characters in a drama that transcends the usual transfer rumor, touching on identity, loyalty, and principle. Finally, as the weeks go by and the rumor persists, the intrigue only grows, because football thrives on stories like this. Narratives where talent, personality, and principle collide in ways fans can't ignore. Gunn's potential refusal to join Celtic under McGregor adds a layer of human drama that elevates what might otherwise be a routine transfer discussion into something far more compelling. Supporters debate, journalists speculate, pundits analyze, and commentators deliver hot takes, all while the players themselves carry on with training and matches, seemingly unaffected on the surface. Yet beneath the calm exterior, the whispers continue, shaping perceptions and conversations in living rooms, pubs, and online communities. It's a reminder that football is never just about tactics, goals, or saves. It's about personalities, leadership, and the choices that define careers. Whether Gunn eventually reconciles with the idea of Celtic under McGregor, or whether the rift remains an unspoken barrier, the story will linger in the Scottish football consciousness, a tantalizing what-if scenario that fans will reference for years. The drama, the speculation, the human element, it's all part of the beautiful chaos that keeps supporters engaged, invested, and endlessly talking about the game they love. Hello, fan. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.